Ladies and gentlemen, as we step into the year 2025, we find ourselves in a world that is constantly shifting, constantly demanding. In the midst of this relentless pace, it's easy to lose sight of what truly matters: the growth and development of the self. In this new year, make no mistake, your success, your fulfillment, your ability to rise above the challenges life presents, all depend on one central, undeniable truth: focus only on yourself. Personal success begins with a profound and often uncomfortable realization: no one is coming to save you. The outcomes in your life, your achievements, your failures, your happiness, and your struggles are largely the result of your own choices and actions. Taking full responsibility for your life is not just a strategy for success, it is a fundamental shift in mindset that changes how you perceive your role in the world. To take responsibility means acknowledging that while you cannot control every external factor, you can control how you respond to them. Your reactions, decisions, and behaviors are within your power, even in the face of adversity. This shift is liberating because it removes the need to blame circumstances, other people, or bad luck for where you are. Instead, it places the power and the responsibility squarely in your hands. This principle can feel overwhelming at first. It's tempting to fall into a victim mindset, to believe that your challenges are the fault of something external: a difficult upbringing, an unsupportive environment, or an unfair system. While these factors may indeed present real obstacles, focusing solely on them robs you of agency. Dwelling on what you cannot control is a surefire way to stagnate. Instead, ask yourself, what can I do today in this moment to move forward? Responsibility is about action, not excuses. Taking responsibility also means becoming brutally honest with yourself. It requires a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths about your habits, attitudes, and limitations. Are you using your time wisely, or are you letting distractions and procrastination steal your potential? Are you blaming others for your shortcomings instead of addressing them? These are difficult questions, but the answers are necessary if you want to grow. Self-awareness is the first step toward taking ownership of your life. Without it, you'll continue to repeat patterns that hold you back. One of the most powerful aspects of self-responsibility is the realization that your current circumstances are not your permanent reality. No matter where you are right now, whether you feel stuck in a job you dislike, struggling with relationships, or unhappy with your health, you have the power to change it. This change won't happen overnight, and it won't be easy. But every small, intentional step you take will compound over time, creating a ripple effect that transforms your life. When you take responsibility, you also stop looking for external validation. Your worth is no longer tied to the opinions of others or societal standards. Instead, you set your own benchmarks for success based on your values and goals. This shift allows you to focus on what truly matters to you rather than being swayed by the noise of the world around you. Taking responsibility is not about perfection. You will make mistakes and you will have setbacks. But when you own those mistakes instead of denying or deflecting them, you gain the power to learn and grow. In 2025, make a commitment to yourself to take full responsibility for your life. In doing so, you will unlock the freedom and strength to shape your future in ways you never thought possible. Focusing on growth is an act of deliberate intention. It is the recognition that you are not a fixed entity, but a constantly evolving being with the potential to expand your knowledge, skills, and character. In 2025, this principle should guide your actions rather than allowing the distractions of the external world to dictate your life. Prioritize your own development. Growth requires both humility and courage: the humility to admit that there is always more to learn, and the courage to step outside your comfort zone and embrace the challenges that growth demands. Personal growth begins with a commitment to learning. This doesn't necessarily mean formal education, though that can play a role. It's about cultivating a mindset of curiosity and a thirst for understanding. The world is filled with opportunities to expand your mind, whether through reading books, engaging with new ideas, or seeking out mentors who can challenge your assumptions. Every piece of knowledge you acquire is a tool that can be used to shape your future. It's important to remember that growth is incremental. Progress often feels slow or imperceptible, but over time, the accumulation of small efforts leads to profound change. Growth also extends beyond intellectual pursuits. Emotional growth is equally essential. This means becoming more self-aware, understanding your emotional triggers, and learning how to navigate your relationships with integrity and empathy. In 2025, take the time to reflect on your interactions with others. Are you contributing to healthy, constructive dynamics, or are there areas where your behavior could improve? Emotional intelligence is a skill that can be developed, and it will serve you not only in your personal relationships, but also in your professional life. Physical growth should not be overlooked either. Your body is the vehicle through which you experience life, and taking care of it is a fundamental part of self-improvement. This doesn't mean pursuing unrealistic fitness goals or obsessing over appearance. It means creating habits that support your long-term health. Regular exercise, proper nutrition, and adequate rest are not luxuries, they are necessities. When you prioritize your physical well-being, you create the energy and vitality needed to pursue your other goals. A crucial aspect of growth is recognizing and addressing your weaknesses. This requires both self-reflection and a willingness to confront uncomfortable truths. Where are you falling short? What habits or mindsets are holding you back? Acknowledging these areas is not an admission of failure, it is the first step toward improvement. Growth involves replacing limiting beliefs with empowering ones, and it requires a commitment to doing the hard work necessary to make meaningful changes. Focusing on growth means resisting the temptation to measure your progress against others. Growth is a personal journey, and it looks different for everyone. Instead of comparing yourself to someone else's path, compare yourself to who you were yesterday. Celebrate small victories and use setbacks as opportunities to learn and adjust. In 2025, commit to this mindset of growth. By dedicating yourself to continuous improvement intellectually, emotionally, and physically, you will build a foundation for a fulfilling and purposeful life. Discipline is the bridge between intention and achievement. While motivation can be fleeting and unreliable, discipline is the steady force that drives progress over time. In 2025, your ability to cultivate and maintain discipline will determine the extent to which you can turn your goals into reality. It is not an innate trait or a matter of luck. It is a skill that can be developed through conscious effort and practice. Discipline is about making choices that align with your long-term goals rather than succumbing to short-term gratification. It's easy to get caught up in distractions, whether it's scrolling through social media, indulging in procrastination, or prioritizing comfort over challenge. Discipline requires you to act with intention, to consistently choose what is difficult but meaningful over what is easy but unproductive. This is not about depriving yourself of joy or spontaneity. It's about prioritizing what truly matters and structuring your life around those priorities. Developing discipline starts with creating clear goals. Without a defined purpose, it's nearly impossible to direct your energy effectively. Take time to reflect on what you truly want to achieve, whether it's in your career, relationships, health, or personal growth. Write these goals down and break them into smaller, actionable steps. Discipline thrives on clarity. When you know exactly what you need to do and why it matters, it becomes easier to stay focused and committed. Routine plays a critical role in building discipline. Habits are the foundation of consistent effort, and establishing a structured daily routine helps eliminate decision fatigue. For example, if your goal is to improve your physical health, schedule regular workout times and prepare healthy meals in advance. If you're working on professional growth, set aside specific blocks of time each day for skill development or deep work. Over time, these routines become automatic, requiring less mental effort to maintain. Discipline is also closely tied to self-control. This means learning to manage impulses and emotions that can derail your progress. There will be days when you feel unmotivated or when distractions tempt you to stray from your path. In those moments, remind yourself of the larger vision you're working toward. Developing self-discipline often involves delaying gratification and resisting the urge to give in to immediate pleasures that don't serve your ultimate goals. It's important to recognize that discipline is not about perfection. You will have moments of weakness, and that's okay. What matters is how you respond to those moments. Discipline involves resilience, the ability to get back on track after a setback. Instead of dwelling on mistakes or feeling discouraged, use them as opportunities to learn and grow stronger. Each time you choose to recommit to your goals, you reinforce the habit of discipline. Discipline is an act of self-respect. It's a declaration that your goals and aspirations are worth the effort, that you value your future self enough to invest in the hard work required today. In 2025, let discipline be the foundation of your actions. By consistently aligning your choices with your long-term vision, you will not only achieve your goals, but also cultivate a deeper sense of confidence and self-mastery. Mental resilience is the ability to adapt, persevere, and thrive in the face of challenges and setbacks. In 2025, this quality will be essential as life inevitably presents difficulties, uncertainty, and change. Developing mental resilience is not about avoiding hardships or pretending that everything is fine. It is about strengthening your capacity to endure, learn, and grow from adversity. It is a skill that can be cultivated with deliberate effort, and it begins with how you perceive and respond to challenges. The first step in building resilience is accepting that struggles are a natural part of life. No one is immune to difficulties, and expecting life to be free of obstacles only sets you up for frustration and disappointment. Instead of resisting challenges or wishing they didn't exist, see them as opportunities for growth. Each obstacle you face has the potential to teach you something valuable about yourself and the world. Resilience starts with shifting your mindset from seeing setbacks as insurmountable problems to viewing them as temporary and solvable. A key aspect of resilience is learning to regulate your emotions during difficult times. It's natural to feel fear, frustration, or sadness when things don't go as planned. However, letting those emotions overwhelm you can cloud your judgment and hinder your ability to take constructive action. Building resilience involves acknowledging your emotions without letting them dictate your behavior. Practices such as mindfulness, journaling, or deep breathing can help you stay grounded and maintain clarity even in the midst of turmoil. Another essential component of mental resilience is self-efficacy, the belief that you are capable of influencing your circumstances and overcoming challenges. When faced with setbacks, remind yourself of past difficulties you've navigated successfully. Reflecting on your previous triumphs, no matter how small, can reinforce your confidence in your ability to handle future adversity. Resilient individuals focus on what they can control rather than dwelling on what they cannot. This proactive mindset enables you to take meaningful steps toward resolving issues instead of feeling paralyzed by them. Resilience also requires flexibility and adaptability. Life rarely unfolds according to plan, and rigidly clinging to expectations can lead to unnecessary stress. Instead, learn to embrace change and adjust your approach when circumstances shift. Being adaptable doesn't mean abandoning your goals. It means finding alternative routes to achieve them. In 2025, practice staying open to new perspectives and solutions. This flexibility will allow you to navigate unexpected challenges with greater ease. Building a support system is another crucial element of resilience. While focusing on yourself is important, resilience does not mean facing everything alone. Surround yourself with people who uplift and inspire you, and don't hesitate to seek help when needed. A strong network of friends, mentors, or colleagues can provide guidance, encouragement, and a fresh perspective during tough times. Resilience is strengthened through self-care, physical health, adequate sleep, and balanced nutrition directly impact your mental capacity to cope with stress. Taking care of your body supports your mind, creating a solid foundation for facing challenges. Make it a priority to cultivate resilience. Life will test you, it always does. But by developing the mental strength to persevere, you will not only overcome obstacles, but also emerge from them stronger, wiser, and more capable of achieving your full potential. Resilience is not just about survival, it's about thriving despite adversity. In a world increasingly dominated by social media and the constant display of others' lives, the habit of comparing yourself to others has become more pervasive than ever. While it is natural to observe and measure your progress against others occasionally, this practice can become toxic and counterproductive when it consumes your focus. In 2025, make a conscious decision to step away from comparison and focus solely on your own journey. This shift is not only liberating, but also essential for achieving genuine fulfillment and personal growth. The first reason to avoid comparison is that it is fundamentally flawed. What you see of others, whether in person or online, is only a fragment of their story. People tend to showcase their successes, achievements, and highlight reels while hiding their struggles, failures, and insecurities. When you compare your reality with all its ups and downs to someone else's curated image, you are not making an equal comparison. This distorted view can lead to feelings of inadequacy and frustration even when you are making significant progress in your own life. Focusing on others' achievements also robs you of the energy and attention needed to advance your own goals. When you constantly look sideways, you lose sight of what lies ahead of you. Time spent envying someone else's success is time you could have invested in your personal development. Every moment you spend comparing yourself to others is a moment you forfeit the opportunity to grow, learn, or achieve something meaningful for yourself. The truth is that everyone's journey is unique. We all face different challenges, possess different strengths, and have different starting points. Your progress cannot and should not be measured against someone else's timeline. Instead, the only comparison worth making is between who you are today and who you were yesterday. Are you growing? Are you learning? Are you becoming a better version of yourself? These are the questions that matter, and the answers to these questions will guide your path far more effectively than any external benchmark. Avoiding comparison also frees you from the trap of external validation. When you measure your worth by others' standards or seek their approval, you give away your power. Your self-esteem becomes fragile, tied to factors outside your control. Instead, focus on defining your own metrics for success. What matters to you? What are your values, goals, and aspirations? By staying true to your vision, you create a life that is genuinely fulfilling, rather than one built on pleasing or outperforming others. Another benefit of stepping away from comparison is that it allows you to celebrate others' successes without feeling threatened or diminished. When you no longer see others as competition, you can appreciate their achievements while remaining confident in your own path. This mindset fosters positivity and strengthens relationships rather than breeding envy or resentment. In 2025, challenge yourself to break free from the cycle of comparison. Focus on your unique journey, set your own goals, and measure progress by your standards. By doing so, you will reclaim your energy, build authentic confidence, and create a life that reflects your true potential. Remember, your worth is not determined by others, it is defined by your growth, your values, and your unwavering commitment to becoming the best version of yourself. Living with purpose means aligning your actions with a clear and meaningful vision for your life. In 2025, this concept should guide everything you do, as it is the foundation of a fulfilling and intentional existence. Without purpose, you risk drifting aimlessly, reacting to life's demands rather than shaping your future. Purpose provides direction, clarity, and motivation, allowing you to make decisions that reflect your values and move you closer to your goals. The first step in living with purpose is defining what truly matters to you. This requires introspection and honesty. Take the time to reflect on your passions, values, and long-term aspirations. What do you want your life to stand for? What kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? These are not easy questions to answer, but they are essential for identifying your purpose. Without this clarity, you may find yourself pursuing goals that society, family, or peers deem important, rather than those that resonate with your authentic self. Once you have a sense of your purpose, the next step is to set specific, actionable goals that align with it. A purpose without goals is merely a vague idea, while goals without purpose can feel empty and unfulfilling. For example, if your purpose involves helping others, set tangible objectives, such as volunteering regularly, building a business that serves a need, or mentoring individuals in your community. Goals should act as milestones on the path toward realizing your greater purpose, giving you a sense of progress and direction. Living with purpose also means being intentional in your daily actions. Purpose isn't achieved through grand gestures alone. It's cultivated in the small, consistent choices you make every day. From how you spend your time to the habits you develop, every decision should reflect your larger vision. Ask yourself, is this action moving me closer to my purpose, or is it pulling me away from it? By approaching life with this level of mindfulness, you can eliminate distractions and focus on what truly matters. Another essential component of living with purpose is resilience. Pursuing a meaningful life is not always easy. There will be setbacks, doubts, and moments when the path forward seems unclear. Purpose gives you the strength to persevere during these times. When you are connected to a greater vision, the challenges you face become part of the journey rather than insurmountable obstacles. Your purpose serves as a guiding light, helping you navigate even the most difficult moments. Living with purpose also means being adaptable. Your purpose may evolve over time as you gain new experiences and insights. This is natural and should not be seen as a failure. What matters is your commitment to continuously aligning your life with what feels meaningful and authentic to you. Be open to reevaluating your goals and adjusting your path as needed, but always stay true to the core values that define you. A purposeful life is one of contribution. Purpose often involves making a positive impact on others, whether it's through your work, relationships, or acts of service. When your actions benefit not just yourself, but also those around you, your sense of fulfillment deepens. In 2025, strive to align your personal success with the well-being of others, creating a ripple effect of positive change. By living with purpose, you transform your life into one of intention and meaning. Every day becomes an opportunity to move closer to your vision, and every challenge becomes a chance to grow. In doing so, you will not only achieve your goals, but also experience the profound satisfaction of a life lived authentically and intentionally. Let 2025 be the year you commit to living with purpose, and watch as your life takes on new depth and significance. In 2025, the greatest gift you can give yourself is the commitment to focus entirely on your own growth, actions, and purpose. The world around you will always be filled with distractions, comparisons, and pressures to conform to someone else's expectations. But your true potential lies in your ability to take full responsibility for your life, to cultivate the discipline needed to stay the course, and to build the resilience to weather challenges with strength and wisdom. By stepping away from unproductive comparisons, you free yourself to measure progress by your own standards. By prioritizing your mental, emotional, and physical growth, you lay the foundation for a future defined by fulfillment and achievement. And by living with a clear sense of purpose, you ensure that every action, no matter how small, contributes to a meaningful and intentional life. This journey is not about perfection or the approval of others. It is about becoming the best version of yourself, one step, one decision, and one day at a time. Let 2025 be the year you stop looking outward for validation and turn inward to focus on what truly matters. The path ahead may not always be easy, but it will be worth it. You are the architect of your future, and the life you want is within your reach if you have the courage to commit to yourself fully. Make this the year you become unstoppable.